Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. Since its introduction in the early 1960s, nearly 850 units of the KA-26 have been produced. And even though it is an unusually configured helicopter, the Kamov KA-26 remains in widespread civil service, where a team of dedicated technicians and pilots frequently prepare this unique aircraft for flight to carry out their company's missions. Maurice Lepoyen, a Romanian KA-26 pilot, underlined the historical significance of KA-26. According to him, the KA-26 has been the benchmark aircraft for his company.
Ka-26 helicopter is like a historical helicopter, and it's a big part of the aeronautical history from Romania, I can say, because our company used them for more than 30 years. So I grew with them, and everything that our company does now is because of them. So this is the nice thing, because it's something historical and still working very good and very practical.
The KA-26's popularity is largely attributed to its innovative propulsion system. The helicopter is equipped with two Vedeneev M14V26 radial engines, each mounted on either side of the fuselage. This design element eliminates the need for a traditional anti-torque tail rotor, allowing for enhanced stability and efficiency. As a result, the KA-26 remains a reliable choice for various civil applications. In addition to its ingenious propulsion system, the KA-26 features a versatile fuselage design with a fixed, bubble-shaped cockpit that accommodates both the pilot and co-pilot. The aircraft is equipped with a removable variable fuselage pod that is available in several configurations, including med-evac, passenger carrying, and crop duster versions. This modular design allows for easy customization, enabling the aircraft to be outfitted with a chemical hopper and booms for crop spraying tasks. The reason behind the success of these aircraft particularly lies in their maintenance process, including servicing and repairing the exterior components of the aircraft. In addition, components such as propellers, transmission, and hydraulic systems are thoroughly inspected and lubricated. Moreover, both the engines are maintained and checked for optimal output, and, if necessary, repaired to avoid any potential failure during flight. The startup procedure of a Ka-26 differs from that of a standard aircraft. Initially, the engine is rotated manually to ensure proper lubrication. This confirms that the engine is not obstructed, helps reduce fuel pooling issues, and assists in reaching the required RPM for ignition, all of which contribute to a safe and efficient engine startup process. The startup of both Ka-26 engines is electrical instead of pneumatic, unlike most Vedeneyev engines, with the shower of sparks method. After activating the engines and warming up where applicable, each engine is engaged via the overhead levers, and later, both engines are connected to the rotor system via the central lever. Finally, the engine power is adjusted for both engines via the twist grip throttle in the cockpit. Power setting is measured via the rotor RPM indicator, with 96% being required for takeoff. On the other hand, 85% is the minimum requirement for cruising flights, with power adjusted mid-air to suit flight conditions. Piloting a Ka-26 is quite simple. Pilots with minimal knowledge and training can fly these aircraft.
The Kamov, it's great to fly because it's very flexible. You can do a lot of moves with it. It is a very strong helicopter. It's not a speed helicopter, but it's made especially for different operations like agricultural work. It's the perfect helicopter for agriculture.
When it comes to the liftoff procedure, it is comparatively easier, particularly because of the lack of torque and climbing flight. Other reasons include extraordinary maneuverability and its exceptional visibility from the cockpit, tail-down landing, and its ability to taxi rapidly on the runway. Like Ka-26, the MIL Mi-26 helicopter also holds significant historical importance in both civilian and military sectors. It is renowned for being one of the largest and most powerful helicopters ever produced. It was developed in the Soviet Union in the 1970s to fulfill the government's requirement for a massive heavy-lift helicopter to be used in civil, industrial, and military operations, especially in remote or underdeveloped areas. Since then, this helicopter has been used widely across various missions, including military transport, emergency evacuations, firefighting, and construction. One of the most notable features of this helicopter is its loading capacity and space in its cargo hold, which measures approximately 39 feet in length, 10.5 feet in width, and 9.8 feet in height. This provides a volume of around 3,884 cubic feet, allowing it to transport up to 44,000 pounds of cargo inside the helicopter. Additionally, it accommodates a crew of 5 people, including 2 pilots, a navigator, a flight engineer, and a flight technician. The cockpit is equipped with automatic flight control systems or advanced communication systems for coordination with ground personnel. However, routine inspections are performed before initializing the takeoff procedure, such as tending to and repairing any damaged exterior components of the airframe, landing gear, and panel surfaces. These inspections are performed by maintainers like Sergey, who works at a company in Belarus. Sergey, along with his team, refuels the aircraft and inspects and lubricates the transmission and hydraulic systems to prevent failures during flight. In addition to pre-takeoff inspection, scheduled maintenance is conducted at specific flight hour intervals, such as 100, 500, and 1,000 hours. During scheduled maintenance, the rotor blades, engine systems, and avionics are inspected and maintained to ensure that the Mi-26 is ready for takeoff at a moment's notice. Once the initial inspection is completed, the pilots coordinate with Sergey and his team to initiate takeoff. During this step, the onboard auxiliary power unit is activated to provide power for the helicopter's systems, including avionics, navigation, and hydraulic systems. After this, the 2 turboshaft engines of the aircraft are started sequentially while the flight engineers monitor the system parameters. Once everything is cleared, the pilot moves the throttle to achieve the necessary power for takeoff. When it comes to landing, these systems play a critical role. The pilot carefully utilizes various techniques at the time of landing to stabilize and position the helicopter on the heliports. As the collective pitch decreases, the lift is reduced, allowing the helicopter to settle on the landing gear. The MIL Mi-26 is an excellent helicopter, which is why it has proven to be useful to many nations, including Belarus, which uses them as powerful tools in rescue operations. Almost everyone likes helicopters, and what better way for enthusiasts than to gather at an international rotorcraft event to witness, discuss, and even criticize the latest innovation in the helicopter world. In this regard, the Helicopter Association International organizes the Hai Heli-Expo, which is the world's biggest trade show for the international rotorcraft community. Over 600 exhibitors gather at this event and present their latest innovations at the expansive show in USA. Manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, pilots, operators, mechanics, and even qualified buyers from commercial and military sectors join this event for its many benefits. The Hai Heli-Expo showcases more than 60 older and newer aircraft. The highlight of Hai Heli-Expo is the Fly-In, Fly-Out event, which is conducted right before the show. During this event, representatives from each organization and other stakeholders land their helicopters at the vertiport, which is a parking lot or truck staging area. For landing, the pilot makes radio contact with the landing zone coordinator, who provides updated wind and landing conditions, as well as final landing directions through standard arm signals. Once the aircraft lands, crews quickly secure it, prepare it for towing, and move it out of the landing area. Aircraft land every 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the various conditions, including the weather. The event is a dream come true for aviation photographers and helicopters aficionados, who gather at a safe distance. Additionally, newcomers to the industry participate in this international trade event alongside well-known industry leaders. This helps them research new industry trends and innovations, connect, network, sell, buy, and learn in a high-value professional business atmosphere. Military vehicles are also showcased in exhibitions. For instance, several military vehicles that participated in important international wars were showcased at the AusArmourFest, which was held at the Australian Armour and Artillery Museum. Nick Rutherford provided insight on the Panther tanks that proved to be instrumental for the German military in World War II. He is an employee at Access Track Services in Suffolk, United Kingdom, a company that restores military vehicles, including Panther tanks.
The Panther tank was Germany's main battle tank for a number of years. Sort of mid-war to the end of the war, they were very successful. Troublesome, very fussy tank. Obviously, as it's German, over-engineered, but very successful. The Allies had very little that would touch it as far as armament and armour. But it sort of progressed over the years. It started off with a D version and then gradually built up.
The museum also provides a year-round look into military history, featuring genuine pieces from World Wars I and II, Northern Africa, and the Pacific. Visitors can see tanks, armored personnel carriers, and anti-tank vehicles while learning about their roles in historical conflict. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.